Alright, so here's my first tutorial on what I'm currently working on, which is the lions. So we have 3 characters here, 4, 5, 6 areas that I have to worry about. 7, actually, 7. We have the grass here, which has to be out furthest. And we have a left forearm here for the male dragon, the male adult dragon, and his right paw here as well. So I'll have to have those in front of everything except for the grass. Then we have the cub here, and I'm pretty sure the cub is going to be approximately the same depth as the front of the face of the adult male. So we'll have to work on the depth there. The female is here, and it's hard to tell what she looks like terribly at this point, but here's an ear, here's another ear, and here's her face. This area is her back region and left, probably right foot. So I'll get those details in, and you'll be able to see soon what that looks like. The face, as you can tell, is at an angle, as is this one. So there'll be a lot of diagonal cutting here. This one will have to have a front face area approximately here, and then it will head off in this direction at a diagonal going to the right, and then that will leave quite a large amount of wood here that I'll use to create hair going off to the right as well. So the main area that I've circled here is the problem area, and the problem that I deal with, or not a problem, I should say a challenge really, that I have to work with here is mainly that the female's head here is behind the male's snout, but her left ear is sitting in front of his head. So this meetup here is going to be a little challenging. So I circled that to make sure that I watch out for that. So I'm probably gonna cut back here. Well, those 7 areas, I'll tell you those. So we have the grass 1, this forearm, and this front paw 3, 4 for the cub, and then 5 for the male, 6 for the female, and then 7 is the background. So background will really only be this area and maybe a little bit up here, but this will be very minuscule. So there's a tree or some other rock or something like that. Something that's typical for the habitat that they would live in. But for the most part, it's those 7. So this challenge is really interesting for me because she's behind and in front. So that should be fun to work with. This area here, will come up like that, and then this area here will go out like that. This area here will go like that, producing that face. This not only just goes up, but also goes inward quite a bit, which will free up this ear. And since the ear is, sticking up and out, it will be higher than the head, which will allow me to push the head behind the snout. And this is approximately like this, coming down like this and heading off in this direction and away as well. And then this sticks up, and this is a ear. This whole section here will head off in this direction, and this part will head off in this direction, giving us those angles that we need. This is the only real difference with this ear, is that it's higher here and lower here, which will free up and it will become clear. The hair, I just need to keep whatever is available to me. So once I create the depth and the proper face position, there's going to be a lot of extra wood all around this area. So all of that extra wood will be used for the hair. It's just a hair festival here. Once I've determined the depth of this face, I'll be able to determine the depth of the cub. So there we go. Get to work.